Rookie here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
Where's the emojis?
This is JT right now trying to tweet
On my tablet.
Without
and
an emoji.
it doesn't show emojis.
And literally you are in a twist because you can't. How can you not?
How can you tweet without an emoji?
You know, in texting, tweeting is one thing, whatever. But texting back and forth, I can tell if Beth and I are in a disagreement or if she's in a bad mood because she doesn't use emojis. It's like legit. I can tell because she uses emojis all the time, even if it's just a smiley face. Because when there's no emoji or there's no exclamation point, period, question mark at the end of a text, it seems so cold and rude.
It does.
From anybody. Even if, like we have clients that'll just send an email, just a one-line email. It's like, why are you mad at me? And then they're not mad. It's just
not mad. Okay, now I found, this is really weird, because now I found the GIFs and add a picture, add a poll, but there's no emoji button there.
the struggle is real. Right now, that's it. That's our podcast for today. Thanks for listening. We just can't even go on.
I can't
can't.
even. Isn't that how it goes? I can't even.
So it's just it's going to be one of those days, but we're glad you're listening to our podcast.
You know what?
So if you see a tweet or something from JT and there's no emoji, she hasn't been kidnapped. She's not angry. She just can't find him.
I've been hacked, more than likely, because I won't hit send.
When was the last time you updated that tablet there?
This morning,
Updated like the software?
I restarted it.
I don't know if that counts. I mean, I don't know. I think because like every once in a while, my iPhone will be an update to the software, and my Androids, I had updates to the software. So I think you need to go out and search for an
the
update.
Settings?
Yeah.
I'll check here real quick and see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah.
But I hadn't seen anything that said
This is very, very exciting.
this is 2014.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
right. Oh my God.
I don't remember. I don't know that I ever have. I just figured it.
The top headline on your tablet is "Big Joke: Donald Trump decides to run for president." Breaking news.
Breaking news. I'm looking for updates right now. Backup and reset. I don't want to do that. System updates. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says. There's probably 9,000.
Oh, this is here we go. This comes the ding, 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 ding again.
System updates. Check for new.
While she's doing that, I'll give you some of our information here. Okay. You can text us 402-403-9478.
July 18th, 2017.
Is that the last time it was updated? There you go. Welcome to the world of updates.
This thing's gonna.
She goes, I restarted it.
This thing's gonna burst into flames while it's checking for new updates.
You get an oil change on your truck? Well, I mean, I turned it off.
No, I don't do that. Go ahead and finish your other stuff first.
402-403-9478 is where you can text us, and you can leave us a voicemail if you want.
2 years.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be. I can't. Well, you're
I'm
probably
gonna
gonna
be using.
I don't even know if
this for
that
a
little
while.
hard drive can handle it. The new
That's
software.
why I said it's gonna just explode.
Just sit there.
I'll just let it keep working, and so I'll just fly blind. Okay.
There are. We got so many texts from you guys. Love getting texts from you guys.
By the way, too, just wanted to say again, thank you to Dan Hoppin for coming on.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah,
he was in yesterday's episode, and it was a lot of fun. Had some great remarks, and just talking in particular. He can talk about anything, and sports is his jam, like he said. But get talking about food, and he's not a professional. He just loves talking about food.
I mean, it's one thing that not everybody has to play basketball. Not everybody has to, go to the gym. But everybody has to eat. So we all have an opinion on foods of some kind.
And what's funny, though, is I know that there are people out there that don't really put that much thought into it. They really, you know what I mean? It's like he pays attention to everything from the kind of bread that's used on the sandwich.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
The whole 9 yards.
And I'm not a detail person with food. So
you just
I hear
know
what you're saying.
Food good, food bad.
Right. Me likey, me no likey. Yes.
In the famous words of Nick Baugh.
Me likey, me no likey.
So he goes a step further to give you some ammunition for why you likey or why you don't likey. And he's got a great website. If you didn't catch it yesterday, Just a Guy with an Appetite. And that is the name of it. I can't remember. It's at WordPress.com.
Yeah.
.wordpress.com.
Yep. Yes, and it's actually in the show notes from yesterday's podcast. You can go there.
Okay.
We got a text from I believe this is Stephanie texting and just said, "Oh my God, I got to tell you guys, my son just called his big toe his thumb toe. I'm dying. Had to share." Thank you.
Well, I just saw
that's hilarious.
A friend of ours, Lisa Pelto, with Concierge Marketing. She had posted on Facebook. I'm guessing she was quote asking for a friend. She didn't say it though, and she just said. if you could give me, and everybody answered in initials, but she wanted the rundown of what words would come out of your mouth if you just stubbed your big toe so hard that it bent the nail back.
I wouldn't, just thinking of that would be, that's terrible. I don't even know. I got to take my shoes off.
I think I'd pass out. I don't know.
Oh, I
was thinking of.
I'd be grossed out. I'd pass out from pain.
And I'd probably go back over it and probably whatever it was I just kicked, I'd flip it upside down.
I'd get it on let go and I would sell that pile of junk. Oh, God, I'd be so pissed.
But the answers were pretty hilarious. Some people were a lot more conservative than, come on.
But they can, in the moment when they're thinking about what they would say, they can be conservative. When it actually happens,
you have no control when that happens. That's just let it fly. And they say that's what you should do too. That cussing does offer some relief, some semblance of relief of pain.
Yeah.
You ever watch that movie Quiet? I think it's Quiet. Is that the one with what's his bucket from The Office? Krasinski?
No, it's not called.
Or In the Quiet?
It's not called Quiet. It's called.
Where they can't talk. Okay, so because there's creatures.
I think it's actually called Where They Can't Talk.
No, it's not.
I'll Google it.
What is his name?
John Krasinski.
Krasinski. So, and they can't talk. And there's that moment. Remember when she gives birth?
Yeah.
And she can't.
The Quiet Place. Quiet Place.
I said quiet. The Quiet.
Yeah.
A Quiet Place. Whatever. Anyway, and they say that psychologically, by being able to scream or yell cuss words, it does help lessen the pain. It does physically
and lessen the stress. It lessens when you're angry and you need that release. That. But it's just
put it all out there. Just throw it on out there because that's what you're supposed to do.
No, I've never heard of this fad apparently going around on Snapchat, and it's funny because you were just showing me a Snapchat filter that you took of yourself back on February or the Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th one?
Yeah.
So I just got another one too for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like how you do them, you take a picture, you show me, and you delete it. You just share it. It's funny. Now this one I had no clue. I
was sharing.
Dude, no, not with this. Multiple people.
With one person.
No,
look at
multiples. Multiple shares.
I will. Okay.
So I don't know if this is a hoax. I don't know what this is, but it's a picture of just a wall. Like a wall, and it's like a clock or something on it, whatever, just a picture. And it's got it. The phone was like it activated the filters, and only do that when it sees your face.
Okay.
Like you can't just hold out in space and activate the filters. It's got to register your face.
Oh.
So it says, "Hi, my daughter's friend believes her house is haunted. When she turned on her Snapchat, tried to capture an image in the space no one was standing, the app camera found a face."
Wow.
Yep. She'll ask the spirit to open its mouth, and the filter sticks its tongue out.
Huh? This is from somebody we know?
Yes. Yes. They've never texted us before, but Jeannie. Yeah.
Oh my God.
She'll ask the spirit to open its mouth, and the tongue sticks out, and it actually works.
So she's done this more than one time.
Yeah. She has done this many times. Funny. She has done this many times with different filters. Crazy, but made me think of you.
Yeah.
JT. Have you heard of this? I've never tried it. I've never heard of it. Don't want to try it. But Jeannie,
I'm curious.
Do it in your room.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I might.
So if anybody knows, if you've heard about that, if you've tried it, if it's maybe it's
try it. I might. Well, I wonder, does that work on your dog? It would work on
there
Heidi's
are
dog.
animal ones.
Heidi's dog would work.
Go back to
she's got eyes right in the front of her head,
seriously.
just like a human. That's
those pictures.
I think for a lot of animals, the eyes are kind of not. They're not so focused in the center. They have
and
better
there's something
peripheral
about
vision.
and the pictures on our Facebook page from the other day.
Adorable.
It's creepy. It's adorable but creepy. There are pet ones. There are pet specific filters you can do with your pet, and that's when we had antlers on Addie.
Don't remember
Christmas.
that. Damn, missed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll reshare.
Please.
I'll show you how to share.
Yeah, I'm sure you kept them all.
I did. Trust me.
It's in the cloud. I'm gonna have to try that.
Mm-hmm. You
I
sure?
think. Yeah,
Okay.
That's just, and to have the presence of mind that you do it and you catch something to snap the picture. Did she share a picture?
She did. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'll text her back and ask if it's okay if we put it on our Facebook page. Yeah, I'll show you the picture in a second. It's pretty creepy.
Okay.
I mean, it's just weird.
Wow.
Who knows? Snapchat could do that for Halloween or something. You know,
This
just to do it. They can do whatever they want.
I'm sure they can, but that'd be hard to do though, because you wouldn't want it, you want it to make sure it was, I don't know.
Yeah,
and
it's
this
weird.
perfect time of year for this to happen. Right.
I mean, come on. So Samantha sent us a text at 402-403-9478, said that she loved the story of Bennett screaming around, freaking out that we were gone the other day.
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
which was great.
The
And
not
the very next
listening
night,
story?
the very not listening, yes. And I was telling Sophia a story the very next day in the car. Didn't learn my lesson. It got from our house to 144th and Industrial. So it was about 5, 6, 7 minute drive during heavy traffic all the way there. And it was at a point in the story when it was time for a reaction of some kind.
You needed some feedback.
Something. I looked over at her and she looked at me and she goes, "Oh, what was that?" Like it was 7 straight minutes of a story. "Oh, what was that?" So
Can you imagine how much of her family history she's missed out on in car rides with you?
right.
That she doesn't even realize anything you've said.
Wait, what was that?
I
I know. Huh?
Teachers, I'm
Come
so
again?
sorry.
I know.
I mean,
I know. What'd you say? So thanks, Samantha. We appreciate it. We love getting your guys' text. Again, it's 402-403-9478.
that's awesome. Love it. I just noticed that we have on the walls kind of acoustic tiles to help absorb the sound in the room. So it kind of keeps it, I don't know if you know, and Pat added a few.
I did.
I noticed this pattern sucks.
It's
I'm
terrible.
I'm just telling you right now.
Oh yeah, it's not.
Because you got to...
It's because we're out. We had in our other studio. It was like symmetrical with the amount of tiles that we bought. Like it worked. It doesn't work here.
And so why are those horizontal and those are vertical?
I know. I did. Now that is because two reasons. First of all, the original reason why the lines on that one go horizontal versus vertical, like the other ones, they're two different colors, like an olive and a gray.
They used to
the
be
gray
side by
horizontal.
side. Yeah.
And they always were. And the other studio, gray
Yeah.
was horizontal.
Yeah.
Gray, right. And I read from when we were building our studio for the first studio that don't put your acoustic panels the same way, have them different ways to shoot the sound in different directions.
Okay.
And second, on the back side, the little command strips were already there on the back. So instead of ripping them off and doing it again,
And there we are.
that's where it is.
Okay.
But
And the roast is too big for the pan.
That's why they were originally that way, is because some guy online said to do it that way. So back off. That's why I did it. Call the IT department. Call the acoustic panel department if you have a problem.
There are
Not one
3,
person.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tiles going one way and 3 going the other.
Yeah. It's just to mess people up. It's get them think. Keep them on their toes. Don't want them to get too comfortable here at Parkville Media.
You got my attention.
Yep. Don't want to get too comfy.
Thanks so much. Anyway, did you have anything you wanted to add right now?
That was
Are you
it.
good
No,
right now?
I'm good. That
Oh
was
my
it.
God. By the way, and I didn't want to get too far away from the event because we won't care after a couple more days. But just so you know that, what's his name from Jersey Shore?
Oh, the
Situation was released from prison a couple days ago. And apparently his wife was there accompanying him when he was departing the federal correction facility. And so
That's what happens when you don't report income from $9 million that you made.
seriously, he and his brother, and he got caught up in this because his brother got nailed a little bit harder. I think his brother got 24 months. He got 8 and he got out early. Well,
Did he?
no, he got 8. He had all 8.
He was in I think
was
he
in LA.
got a year. I think he got out in 8 months or something like that.
He ended up serving 8 months for
Yeah.
the one count, but his brother had 24 months for hiding millions of dollars from 2010 to 2012.
Like it's like when Richard Hatch won the first Survivor and he didn't pay taxes. He
$1 million.
He assumed that it was taken care of, and it was he won $1 million, but they paid the taxes. Like, well, you still got $1 million. Like you didn't pay the taxes out of it. It was still you got it.
You still have to report that
And everybody knows who
somewhere.
you are. Somebody sells stuff, $1 million worth of stuff on Craigslist. I suppose you could hide that. But you win $1 million on a CBS, the biggest television show in 30 years, and you don't think they're going to track you down?
It's
and you were the guy that had your crank hanging out all over the place?
I mean, they can identify you.
Yeah.
All of you.
Right.
They can identify.
We don't need a body cavity search this guy. It's fine.
But Jersey fans, the Jersey Shore fans, apparently kept up with him because of Snooki. Snooki helped quite a bit. Helped him kind of keep his fans updated on his well-being. He had shared photos from prison visits, and so had his wife, who he married right before he went in.
Yeah, and they were sweethearts before he went on the show. Which I don't know. After seeing that disaster of a show, what he did to himself and other people on that show, why you would ever marry him? Why you would ever shower in the same building as him, let alone marry him?
I wouldn't walk barefoot through their house.
No, heck no, not a chance.
But according to Snooki, they said that while he was in prison, he basically was kind of like having the time of his life. He was like in a senior home. He was playing bingo.
Oh, sure.
Helping people out. And a lot of people kept up with him in emails, and then he was in the gym a lot.
They probably a lot of those guys probably knew who he was.
Exactly. And he's kind of a comedian. You know what I mean? He thinks a lot of himself, but funny, and he is funny, and so hilarious. He'll have a job in no time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He will come out.
They probably.
I think he already
have
has a job.
Reality show probably already ready to go, like the post jail
doubt it.
situation or something.
Remember,
Whatever.
like what happened
Go for
with
it.
I know I can't say her name.
You are having a hard time with names today.
I have been. Today's been a really rough
The lady
day.
from Jersey Shore, or not Jersey Shore, from Jersey Housewives.
No.
Teresa Giudice, whatever.
She also went to jail because of perjury. She lied about one of her exchanges on the stock market. Martha Stewart.
Oh yeah, Martha.
When Martha Stewart went in, it ended up being the best thing that could have happened to her because she was all headlines, and by the time she got out, she was ready to roll with a new industry.
Well, and same with
and killing it.
And Teresa too. She went in there and it was like living in she'd get up, work out all day, go to yoga, read, teach.
No other outside distractions. Right. No bills to pay.
Right.
I'll start right there. This thing is still updating.
Well,
by the way.
My gosh.
By this thing's still updating. I don't know. It might just blow up. But anyway, so that's I'm bringing that to the table today.
That's a good one. I'm glad.
Okay.
I forgot about the sitch. I forgot he was in jail.
I know. I'm glad he's out.
And how about on Friday? This
Yeah.
is being Sunday. Friday, Eddie Money passing away.
You know,
That was super sad.
He apparently had been struggling, had heart problems, had cancer, and he had to stop his cancer treatment because of heart problems. And it happened rather quickly. It compounded. Once that happened, it was just like, whoa, wait, what? Because he was just doing his treatment for his cancer, and then the heart problems came up. They had to stop the chemo. Seriously, they were talking about him. A lot of people online, obviously, talking about him. One of the most down-to-earth, regular Joe rock stars.
Yeah.
As long as a couple of guys that I know that actually interviewed him and spent some time with him in the 80s, he never lived like the rock star life. Mm-hmm. He had his home number listed in the phone book.
Under M, Money? Like, was that his real last name?
Apparently, I don't know. Apparently he was listed that way. But just crazy stuff like that, and easy to get a hold of, easy to talk to.
My first concert that at Sweet 98 a long time ago, and I was an intern for Rocket. They brought him in for something. I don't know what. It was a concert at the Mancuso Convention Center, and he was headliner, and he was extremely. I didn't know. I didn't have anything to compare it to. I was 20 years old, so I didn't know. But he was the nicest person. He was hammered that night, but he was super nice. Oh my gosh, so nice to everybody, and hung out. I think signed every autograph twice for people afterwards, and it was just awesome. He's a really really nice guy.
I think Pat Stibbs was one that mentioned it on Facebook as well about him being here in the early 90s.
Yeah. Omaha loves a money man. He kept saying, Omaha loves a money man. Yeah, over and over and over and over. Yeah, he was so funny.
God bless him. I mean, seriously, it was shocking because I remember I was at work and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, all of a sudden the notification comes over my phone.
Yeah, sad.
Eddie Money died. He was only 70. That's terrible. So sad news. But on the other end of the spectrum is Kugler Vision.
That's right.
Which is great news. And the reason why it's great news is they have something that they put together just for the people who subscribe to our podcast, that listen to our podcast, that support our podcast. We appreciate you so much. They've been a supporter of our podcast as well. And now they're trying to share the love. If you've ever thought about ditching the glasses and ditching the contacts, this is the time to get that consultation scheduled on their website at kuglervision.com.
They're basically putting $500 credit in your pocket if you get a procedure and you use the promo code PatentJT 2019. You have to use PatentJT 2019, and they'll credit $500 towards any procedure that you get that you're qualified for.
So when you get online and you schedule a consultation, also be sure to let them know that you heard about Kugler Vision from our podcast. There's even a place to put that down. Thank you so much. We appreciate you too. It's PatentJT, and they are kuglervision.com.
Holy cow! If you have any Snapchat ghost pictures, Just
I
text
would
them
love to
us,
see it.
402-403-9478, or you can slide into our DMs. It's Pat and JT pretty much everywhere.
Pat and JT Podcast. A Parkville Media Production.